disease. Something's up with these. I ain't seen this before. Cracks keep swarming more and more. Crazy infection galore. Oh, big ass rats on the boulevard. Got rats on the boulevard. Take it to the turnaround. Turn it around.
Electronic villainy. Endlessly we're falling down.
Just watching.
Outside there's no sound.
Inside terror's thundering.
Nowhere left to run now.
We're already on our way down. I thought I could save our lives. Not this time. Your soul is mine. We're already on our way
when some shady dudes start stepping my way. They threw some insults and slang some threats, but they weren't prepared for what happened next. Slacky tap. Come on. I grabbed my Slappy Taffy and I took a bite. Then I put up my dukes with the strength to fight. One fool stepped up, but I wasn't fazed. I hit the sucker so hard his whole crew was dazed. Slappy Taffy. I learned from experience and beatdowns past. If my punches weren't stronger, I would never last. So take it from me, if you're feeling scrappy, never leave home without some Slappy Taffy. Come on, yeah. It's
Tick, 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 boom, still standing out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're always blowing up at me like a ton of TNT, exploding without hesitation. But I know your determination. Spontaneous make a bust, 'cause I'm in your blast radius. All the shrapnel that you sent to me is nothing more than wind. I don't care if you could live my tears.
there. You must not know what's up. I'm on that bang bang. So before you start popping off shots, let me tell you how this is finna go down. Hey yo, bring that beat in. While you're aiming, looking for the target to get, I just drew from the hip and sent the whole damn clip. Cause when you bustin' the cap in that same amount of time, I can squeeze this trigger, pop a couple of mine. You bullet so slow, I wanna take a nap. Wake up, move out the way and send you back. Now you're thinking to yourself, laying in last stand. How's he so ice cold with all the heat in his hand? Oh! You smoke guns can't hang, cause I'm running things with bang bangs.
If you're slow on the draw, quickies. Put some speed in your ball, quickies. Nothing in your clap, quickies. Reload in a zip, quickies. Do it double time, quickies. Ammo, quickies. Whoa, quickies. Supersonic refill, quickies. Acceleration for real with quickies.
Why try to kill two birds with one stone? Why try to sing two notes with one tone? Why try to have two kings on one throne? Why try to grow two trees from one seed that is sown? Have an extra, it's always better. I like one big gun to the ton more fun. Have an extra, it's always better. I like one big gun to the ton more fun. Real one cheese, real one cheese, real one cheese, real one cheese.
I don't know just who you were, but I can't stand who you've become. You ruin my life with every step you take and everything you've done. You tore out the window and the doorway too that I just installed. You blew up my favorite pickup truck, even bit my dog. You can burn right to the ground while I leave this messed up town. Adios and amigos, I'm a trailblazer. Adios and amigos, I'm a trailblazer.
Yeah! Alright! When you're on a mission and need ammunition, but you can't get out cause there's still too much opposition, you need those blue balls for a true jolt. Electrify with the resupply. Get a shot when you restart. Shoot energy from your magazine. Then watch somebody jump. You will be standing last when you let your blue balls blast.
Blast and blast and blast.
We'll just explode the blue balls.
Roll the dice with fire and ice. Thank you change shoes. Clean that clock for one heck of a shock. Thank you, change shoes. Great big hero, little ground zero. Thank you, change shoes. One between the eyes, what a swell surprise. Thank you, change shoes. Change shoes.
Ah, my new friends. Well, hello there. Hope you didn't make plans for after this nightmare. The story goes deep, or so they want you to believe. And now that you're here, you may never leave. So let me give you just a little tip to survive. If something moves, run and hide.
It was a sunny day and the tide was in. A perfect time for hanging tin. Then all of a sudden there was a glowing splash. A swell went up and came down with a crash. I looked to the shore and at first glance I saw the people had claws for hands. Approached with claws held high and said,
Idiot, what? Before you will die?
I dropped my surfboard and ran away, but they gave chase with a crabby sway. I know that move, that's the Brachio-boogie. Salty thriller, but ready or not, these waves are killer. All of the zombified dudes and dudettes are really the least of the fatal threats. Forget what you know about seafood, because on this shore, the crabs eat you. To the sea, and it was towering there, the biggest crabby crab that there ever was. And before I knew it, up went the claws. Look out, everyone! It's the Brachio-boogie!
No one likes crabs, but these are the worst. They're not just mean, these suckers are cursed. Why do scientists always get their goo everywhere? You'd think they'd learn to be a little more prepared. I won't spoil the ending. Hope it's a happy one. I guess we'll see, won't we, hun?